Welcome everybody to a look at a brand new box set from Imprint. It's quite a chunky one. It took off most of the packaging that was it came in, and it is the directed by David Lean Volume 1 box set. So yeah, I imagine with it being called Volume 1 that we'll have a Volume 2 at some point or another, because obviously David Lean had quite a long and storied career. And yeah, I've seen one of the six films that are in this box set, and yeah, but like I said, really chunky set. Probably the biggest one that I've gotten from Imprint in terms of not just the amount of films, but also in terms of general packaging size. So yeah, I've seen four other David Lean films, and like I said, one of which is in this box set. Each of these films will be getting a review of its own at some point in the future. This is just basically a quick look at the films and yeah, any initial thoughts I might well have about them. So yeah, I do also have to apologise if you hear any ambient noise. I have my windows open because it is currently the hottest day of the year so far where I am, and I am melting even with windows open, so never mind with closed. But yeah, so the first film in this box set is from 1942, and it is In Which We Serve. So obviously this looks like something like a World War II film being released during World War II. That is no surprise. So yeah, the surviving crew of the HMS Torin desperately cling to life after being attacked by German bombers during the Battle of Crete. So yeah, sounds interesting. And yeah, all of these films, by the way, are in 1080p high definition presentation. Um, I think one or two of them might well have had a restoration, but I'll talk about those when it comes to actually reviewing the films. But yeah, sounds like a interesting film. I do like my war films, and yeah, war films during a time of war is obviously not something that always has happened in film history. So it'd be interesting to look at those or look at that one. And then we have from 1944 this Happy Breed. So this is one of the ones that David Lean would do with Noel Coward, who I believe was a producer. And yeah, a couple with three children have their modest household touched by joy and tragedy from the tail end of the First World War to the beginning of the Second. So again, this was made during World War II, so again, that has quite clearly influenced this film to a certain degree. But again, like I said, I've only seen one of the six in this set, and this is not one of them, and neither was the previous one as well. So yeah, and then we have from 1945, so this is towards the tail end of the World War II, and it is Blythe Spirit. So again, a No Coward production. Stars Rex Harrison, I believe I might well have seen in something before, but yeah, this is about a middle-aged author who is suddenly confronted by the ghost of his first wife, complicating life and death for everyone around him. So yeah, it sounds like a more of a comedy kind of film, this one. Certainly a lot shorter than the previous two, not even 100 minutes. And there we go. And next, in number four in this set, is the only one out of this lot that I've seen. I've seen it twice. I saw it on an older Blu-ray, and I actually got the chance to see it at the cinema for its 80th anniversary. So, yeah, and that means it's 1945's Brief Encounter. Absolutely superb film. Easily one of my absolute favorite romantic films. Really does feel genuine in terms of their relationship, and yeah, Celia Johnson and Trevor Howard absolutely genuinely great, and then you've got a really rather good supporting cast as well. And yeah, a whole bunch of extras on this as well, which we'll go through on my review, which I'm yeah really looking forward to doing because, like I said, genuinely one of my favorite films ever made. Which isn't something I say about most romantic films, to be honest. They generally pass me by like a ship in the night, quite frankly, on the whole. So yeah, really looking forward to that, and that is again another Noel Coward produced film. And then number five, we have 1946's Great Expectations. So I do believe I've heard of the. Is it based on a novel? This I do believe it is. Um, I forgot to give you the synopsis for Brief Encounter. So, Brief Encounter: a casual friendship between two middle class suburbanites evolves into a passionate yearning, leading to a difficult decision that will affect both of their lives forever. And they are both obviously married as well. And Great Expectations: a poor young blacksmith's fortunes change dramatically when the generosity of a mysterious benefactor propels him to London to begin his journey toward becoming a gentleman. So yeah, 1946, and there we go. So, yeah, it looks more like a period drama, perhaps. Again, I am mostly ignorant of the films, to be honest. So yeah, but again, looking forward to that one. And last but not least, we have 1948's Oliver Twist. So this was obviously probably more well known as a film in terms of the 1960s version, which was a musical and has Please Sir May I Have Some More and such and such. Um, but this isn't a musical. But apparently this did influence the 1960s version quite a lot in terms of the aesthetic and the production detail and such and such. So, a poor orphan born behind the iron gates of a bleak parish workhouse, Oliver Twist packs up his curiosity and courage and heads for the wild, winding streets of London, embarking on an adventure that will change his life forever. So, yeah, this apparently has a really rather great performance from Alec Guinness, who would obviously go on to even greater things than in the future, as far as I am aware. But this could also be a great start to his initial career. Or, to be honest, he might well have had a career well before this. I genuinely don't know much about him from before the 1950s. So, yeah, but still, plenty of extras on this one as well. In fact, I think the only one with the minimal amount of extras is Great Expectations. And there's the disc. So yeah, not much in terms of physical extras of these box sets as per usual when it comes to imprint, but it just comes down more to the general presentation of the box set and the films themselves, which again is no bad thing whatsoever. So yeah, really nice hard box on this. Like I said, properly thick. They could have easily gone for a much thinner cases and such to make it a thinner box set overall, but still, overall a good looking one. I like the images that they've used from the films, and we've also got a quote from David Lean on the back. I think people remember pictures, not dialogue. That's why I like pictures, and I agree with that one, to be honest. So yeah, on the whole, really looking forward to reviewing each of those 6 films. Um, and yeah, especially since one of them, like I said, is my all-time favorite. But maybe I'll find another all-time favorite in this collection as well. So yeah, but that's the greatness of collecting films, especially ones that you've not seen before. You never know if you're going to find a gem out of there. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen any of these films before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.